Hello, hello. It's Kamilah Rose with the Bliss Institute, and I'm here for the full moon in Pisces readings and for Friday the 13th. That's tomorrow. So, just going off, I'm going to jump into the readings because our general card is the Ten of Cups. So, let's talk about that. It seems like a lot of folks have been having a hard time. There's been a lot of clearing out of things. Virgo season is doing what Virgo season does. It is getting rid of the junk, the excess, the trash, the things that we can't actually carry in with us to fall and that don't need to even be on the scales for Libra to weigh. It's just the things that are not necessary. So Virgo is like, clear it out. Let's get rid of it. I have seen some groups dissolve. I have seen some friendships dissolve. Things are just kind of coming to a close in a lot of ways. For some people, it's really great because they're closing deals and they're making moves. They're getting those new jobs. I know a couple of friends who have moved positions that were a better fit for them in location. They paid more. They were more convenient. So it can be across the spectrum. It could be something that was just kind of weighing you down and it was a painful release, or it can be something that is a joyful, like, goodbye, y'all, I'm moving on to greener pastures. And I think that the 10 of Cups is signifying that regardless of whether you had a positive or a negative experience, that the outcome, the reason that it's happening is to put you in a better position overall. So here we go. Aries. Aries has the King of Swords. Aries, I feel like Aries have been on the come up. They had a little bit of a hard time over the summer, but Aries are doing much, much better now that they have been able to. I think it was the other people who were having issues, not necessarily Aries. Aries were just kind of unfortunately receiving the backlash of things because they were so forward seeking. They just wanted to say what was on their mind. They saw the issues that were happening. They wanted to squash it and be done with it. And other people kind of wanted to wallow in those feelings. And Aries is a very fair, they're the balance to Libra. So they're very fair. They're very just. And they were really exhibiting this King of Swords energy throughout the summer, moving into fall, and people were not, they weren't ready for it. It wasn't a good thing for them. So now Aries can really jump into that energy and sit on the throne and share their ideas and make their plans and not run into those roadblocks that they were running into before, because they've set this environment and the standard of, we're not going to put up with it. We are going to, if you get in our way, we will cut you down and we will keep going. So Aries, whatever you're feeling like doing for this new full moon, whatever you're feeling like getting done, any new projects you want to get started on, anyone you need to tell something to, go ahead and do it. Like, just make the move. Taurus, look, you got the Queen of Pentacles. So you are living, this is like the utmost, the best expression of Taurian energy. You are in a comfortable position. You are the ruler over your space and your environment. You are just perpetuating that energy of beauty and grace and the earth mother. So this is a great time for you. Like, these cards are really saying that you are pulling into that 10 of Cups energy, and you're going to really be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor and have that kind of fairy tale life right now. I say enjoy it while it lasts before we head into November and before we get into Libra season, because I don't know how that's going to go for everybody. Then we have the 9 of Wands for the Geminis. So Gemini, go ahead, and everyone is kind of getting the go ahead, the green light, to make the moves, because a 9 of Wands is someone who, they've kind of had enough. They've seen some victory. They've gotten their issues taken care of. They have made progress, but they're starting to feel the weight of it. They're starting to feel the heaviness of having cleaned out their friends list, having had the hard discussions, having set really firm, strong boundaries, of having said what was on their mind and defended the people who they cared about in their lives. But now they're starting to feel it. Now they're starting to realize that like this is a lot, and I've been doing a lot, and I've been kind of going through a lot, and I'm ready to maybe take a break, take a bit of a break, have a bit of a moment, because this, look at him, he even looks like he's kind of on guard. He's looking out for the next thing that's coming up, and that's because you're almost at the end, but you're not quite there yet. So there might be some other things that pop up. Keep doing what you've been doing. Keep setting those boundaries. Keep standing in the right and defending yourself and those who are also in the right, and letting people who are not doing things they're supposed to be doing, letting them know like that's not acceptable and that's not okay. So then we have Cancer. Cancer, you got the World. I'm very excited for this to be the Cancer card, because Cancer doesn't always get the best outcomes. And I feel like they're getting the short end of the stick. They do such an important job. They have so much that they provide for all of us by being loving and caring and nurturing and just really having that mothering energy. And then they get stuck dealing with a lot of passive aggressiveness and people who use them and things. So now you get to have the World. Take a break. You've done your job. You've done your work. It's Virgo season. Libra's coming up. You get to sit down and just kind of relish in, okay, I've done my job and I've done it well. And hopefully people got the message. Also, there'll be a lot of really good opportunities coming up for you, Cancers. There will be spaces where you'll be able to express like the wisdom that you've gained from the hard work that you've done, that you'll be able to move forward into new business ventures, into new relationships, into just maybe a new passion, a new something to really put your all into. So that's exciting. So enjoy it. All right, so now we have the Leos. Leo's got the 7 of Cups. There's a little indecision going on, maybe a little temptation. Leo's living in your head a little bit. Get out of your head. Be a little bit more practical. Pay attention to what's actually going on around you. It is Virgo season. Do not stick your head in the sand, because it's easier to live the glamorous Leo life instead of dealing with all of the kind of mundane details that Virgo is like. You need to look at your accounts because you spent a lot of money for your birthday. You need to go pay attention to make sure that you're doing your schoolwork because you were goofing off and enjoying yourself because it's the summertime. You need to make sure that you're paying enough attention to your relationships because you've been really focused on yourself because it was your birthday season. While in your head, Leo, you're like, everything is great. This is fantastic. I don't understand what everyone's talking about. Feeling all stressed out. I don't feel stressed out when Libra season comes and those scales are weighed. And if you haven't done your work, you will understand why everyone else is feeling stressed out. So just be realistic and do the work. All right, so now we have Virgos. 4 of Pentacles. That's such a great card for Virgos. That means you're really building right now. And that's good because it's your season and you'll have a lot of support with that. Like this is someone, they've got the crown on their, or the crown, the coin on their head. They've got the coin on their heart and they've got the coin under their feet. You have a very firm foundation with which to build from. One thing though, make a note of how tightly they're holding on to this. They seem comfortable, but they also seem a little like, I better hold this really close because I'm not sure if I'll be able to maintain this and to hold on to this. You are literally like built on money, built on security, built on the ability to manifest. So you have to believe in yourself. You Virgos, I know sometimes there might be some comparison that you're trying to be really meticulous and make sure that you've got everything exactly the way that you would like for it to be. Maybe you don't want to make that next move because you're afraid that you haven't done enough homework. You haven't done all of the work that you needed to get everything in place. You have to believe in yourself. You have to have a passion for what you're doing and to let go of that imposter syndrome. You are ready. You are prepared. It is your time. Go ahead and make those moves. You've built the foundation. So you're secure. You're ready. Take your time. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. But don't let your own fears hold you back. Libra, we've got the 8 of Pentacles. So Libras, I know we want to sit down and just make everything be really pretty and nice and comfortable and just eat chocolate and, you know, go do fun things like visit museums or have parties. But it's a little bit of time for us to go and learn, to sit at the feet of the master, to take those things that we're really passionate about and to actually turn it into a talent, a craft. And that comes from practice. That comes from taking time and focusing on our topics and our areas of interest. This is not something that will happen overnight. These skills, this smithing skill that's here, is something that comes from years of actually putting in the work to practice and learn it. So that's where we are right now. So whatever it is that you'd like to know more about, I feel like there's a lot of industries that Libras would like to get into. And in order to do so, we need to go and do the background work and to take the classes, to find the experts, and to take that kind of back seat. Because I know Libras can sometimes really end up liking to step forward, take that back seat, and learn from the other people who have been there before us. Scorpios! Oh, Scorpios. First off, get out of your head. Second of all, it's not as bad as it seems. You have, look at this, see the sword right there? You have options that you are not able to see because what's in front of you is so distracting. What's above you, those three swords, is just taking all of your attention away from what's actually a really good option for you and another path to take. So you need to kind of sit down and clear your mind a little bit, get out of the doldrums and that really deep murkiness that can happen for Scorpios, where you're being so concerned about things that are going on with you externally or projecting, and not in a negative way, but just you're often able to tap into what other people are thinking and feeling. And you can get so caught up in that that you forget how best to work for yourself. So you need to come back to your own mind and come back to your own space, and then you'll actually be able to see the reality of the options available to you. And then we have Sagittarius. Sagittarius got the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so you're in a good space. That wonderful Ten of Cups is shining down on you. Maybe you got a new job. Maybe your job is going really, really well. I know quite a few Sagittarians whose jobs are just fantastic right now. They've got a lot of opportunities. They're really excited. Money is not an area that they are concerned with. So this is really a moment to, again, capitalize on that stability that's available to you and be able to invest in things for your future. The savings accounts, the 401ks, the investments, getting your budget together. Sagittarians, you can do it. This does not mean like let's run to and spend all the things and go on all the vacations. This means no, I've got some stability and I'm gonna make some long-term plans. If you're really like, I don't want to do that, find someone who will do it for you, so that way you can be the philanthropist that the card is signifying. You can be the person who is able to be there for others when they are in need. And that means that you have to be there for yourself first. Do that. Then we have Capricorn. Okay, good. We have Capricorn, who has the Ace of Pentacles. All right, new opportunities, new things to invest in. Capricorn, you're a season away from your time to shine. So while Libras are doing their thing and they are weighing out and giving justice to everyone, you are really digging into that rebirth energy. You are digging into that. All right, we're going down into the underworld with fall equinox. And so I'm going to go down here and I'm going to dig out all the things that I don't need, because when I come back up, I want to be light and free. I want to be able to be this hand that can hold this new opportunity firmly in my grasp. And I'm not held down by all these other things, all the things that I've released, all the things that I want to release, all of the drama from the peoples, because Capricorns, I think it's because of their, being the polar opposite of Cancers. Capricorns go through some stuff with people because Capricorns are just very like, they're get things done. They set a goal and they can achieve it. Well, other people are not really all driven in that way, and they want to have more of the emotional connection. And Capricorn is like, my emotional connection is seen in how I care for you and the things that I'll do for you. And so they get a lot of flack and they deal with a lot of drama, and people love their stability. I love Capricorns. Capricorns, I'm like, I got a project I need to work on. I need to find me a Capricorn because they'll take me from point A to point Z and then back again. But it means that they end up spending a lot more time being concerned with others until they find that space where they can stand on their own. This is your time to really dig into that thing, that talent that you have, that dream that you've always had and that you wanted to do and that you knew was something that was not just a hobby, but something you could really make some money from and could build a life around. Like, give yourself some space to dig into that. And then we have Aquarius, Princess of Wands. Aquarius, you're doing great. There's going to be some new messages coming in, and you're going to love that because Aquarians do not want to get bored. New messages, really quick, lots of movement, lots of action, and it's going to be that fire that's going to really kind of build you up because you have been working on some things. You've been putting some projects together. You have been having a lot of successes, and you're really wanting that. Maybe the embers, the fire has started to kind of go down a little bit because everyone's pulling inwards because of the fall, but like, you're really wanting to kind of amp up. You're wanting to get that second wind. It's coming in, and it's bringing in new life with it, and you'll be able to kind of catch that and to ride that out. So if you're feeling a little like a little like you're just not feeling as excited about things as you used to, give it a couple of days, the energy will ramp back up. And then last but not least, we have Pisces. And Pisces, you have the Five of Wands. Do not get into fights. When I tell you, I don't know what is going on. Like, okay, so honestly, I have gotten rid of a lot of my social media, but when I tell you, I pop in every now and then, and I'm just like, what are all of you people fighting about? Like, what is going on? It's just cattiness and just drama and gossip, and I'm coming in and I'm just like, I don't think we should be doing this. I don't think this is the best way to approach things. Like, I'm being the annoying Libra stereotype that I am. And I'm like, we do not have to deal with things this way. But there's just a lot of folks who got a lot of things to say. But I will say this, Pisces, if you have been taken advantage of because you've been trying to take care of everyone because that's what you like to do, and then you've been avoiding actually facing your own issues and just letting it go and letting it go and letting it go, then all right, then you pick up that stick and you go ahead and you say something, because you can't stay in that place, and it's not a healthy place. So you need to pick up the stick and do the Five of Wands, and you need to get rid of that negative energy. So I'm going to go ahead and support that. So that's the all signs reading for the full moon in Pisces. Like I said, the main card was the Ten of Cups, which means that everything that is happening right now is to set you up to be in a really good space for what it is that you've always desired. So you kind of just have to go with it, even if it doesn't feel good, even if it seems really stressful and it seems tiring and you just don't want to be dealing with the drama. On the other side are all the things you've always dreamed of. So do the work, get rid of the people, stand up for yourself, create those boundaries. Friday the 13th, that's tomorrow, and I'm super excited. Friday the 13th has, depending on what circle you run in, a negative stereotype, but it is a very powerful time to really dig into that sovereignty. The 1 and the 3 equals the 4. That's all about that foundation in this Virgo season with this Pisces energy. You know, Virgos, like I said, they're very systematic, they're very analytical, but they're also like, they don't have time for the BS. They're not trying to play these games. They want to be able to look at a situation, to be able to figure out what they need and what they don't, and then to make a move. They are doers because they literally are changing. They're helping to change the seasons. They set the space. They are that mutable sign to be like, all right, we need to be flexible. We need to be moving because fall is coming, and if we're not ready, then we're going to be in trouble. And so they're really trying to push us to make these moves. And then you have Pisces, which is the connection to the divine. They're right there. They're that Neptunian energy, our subconscious. It's those dreams that maybe you've forgotten about from when you were a child or when you're in your happiest state. They are that 10 of cups. And they're really coming out here to say, okay, if we can have the courage to step forward and to follow our dreams, then we will actually see that we can achieve them and that we can manifest them. And it's not about the whole, law of attraction where it's like, well, I just need to focus on the good. I just need to focus on the good. It's about, we're at the polarity season. We're moving into fall. It's about facing the shadow and facing the things that have held us back, the habits, the behaviors, the thoughts and the feelings, and saying, okay, if I stay here in this place doing this thing, I will continue to have the same outcome over and over because it is a continuous wheel. How do we turn the wheel? And luckily, we're heading into Libra season, we're heading into fall, and that will shift us into a more reflective state, a more inward state, so that we can clear out some of these inner things that have been holding us out. After we have cleared out all these outer things, such as all these friends and relationships and jobs and such, now it's time to do more of that inner work. And this Friday the 13th is giving us a boost in that power. The harvest moon is going to be absolutely gorgeous. I encourage you to go out and see it if you can. It's going to give us a boost to create a really firm foundation to do this work from. So that's going to be it for the reading and for everything that has to do with the astrology coming up. Like I said, Libra season should be interesting. November should be interesting. Astrologically, there's a lot going on. So we're just going to get your stuff together so that when that time comes, you're just kind of like, oh, this is what she was talking about. All right. Have a great night. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to each other. Be kind to yourselves. And I will see you later. Bye-bye.